You know how it is when you're all gathered together for meatballs, and even though you're in the back and you're going to go last, it's okay because you know you're going to get one, and then right before, oh no! It falls on the ground and someone else eats it and there's no meatballs left. And it makes you really sad because you've been such a good dog the whole time waiting in the back, but no meatball for you. But then it turns out she went and got a bonus meatball and she brings it out and gives it to you and pets you on the head, and everything's okay. Life's like that sometimes, you know? Some parts are hard to go through, but it works out in the end.
This is what happens when you have animals and you don't get home at regular time to feed up. Look at, let me zoom. Can you see them staring at me? Including oh my goodness.
Day 2 of teaching my guinea pig that baths are not scary.
Liar.
Picked up right where we left off, turning on the water for short bursts of time and giving treats.
Nom nom.
He did great with that and hasn't seemed to have lost any of his progress from yesterday.
I'm so
we
smart.
move along to filling a bowl with water and then giving another treat.
I'm actually not thirsty.
Next I work on pouring tiny amounts of water on him. The first time giving the treat before the water.
Yummy
To
strawberry.
help distract him. Since he does well with that, I continue to pour small amounts of water on him and reward him afterwards. He's taking treats a lot faster now, so I can tell he's gotten a lot more comfortable.
Fine. I guess
Now
a
we start
little.
to practice another aspect of the bath, which is massaging.
Off.
There's not actually any shampoo, I'm just pretending. Now we move on to the scariest part, which is the water pouring on him directly from the faucet. You can see he jumps a little. The first time he's a bit scared.
No
Finish
shiz.
off adding all the things together with a nice mini pretend bath. This is so much better than his first bath.
Been here for 2 months, 3 months, because we thought it was hibernating. I think it's just dead now.
When piglets are born, they come out wet and slimy with a long, wet umbilical cord. And I've gotten a ton of questions about what happens to that umbilical cord. That umbilical cord dries up. So you can see this is a dry umbilical cord. It dries up within just an hour or so of them being born, and then it falls off. See?
Now look at this.
Okay, new challenge. Wait till your dog's sleeping, then take one of his favorite treats and put it under his nose and see if he wakes up.
You know, you guys keep telling me these guys look like demons. Personally, I just don't see it.
New challenge. Drop a piece of food on the floor and say something like whoops.
Whoops. Thank you for helping with your vacuuming services. Thank you.
My dog found a miniature version of himself at the dog park today. Owner said he's a playful one.
I have 2 boxes. You look real sketchy coming up like that, man. Come here. Look. It's okay.
Wait for it.
Okay. Come on, here. It's okay. Oh shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit!
New trend. Kiss your pet on the head and see their reaction.
Bees had been living in this backyard shed for at least 2 years. The landlord wanted to call an exterminator, but the family who lived here wanted to save the bees, so they called me. When I lifted up the floor, I found a huge hive full of gentle bees. The hive was so big I had to remove another section of floor to access the entire thing. Then I started removing the hive. Whatever I removed from the original hive went right into the new one so the bees would have everything they need to survive. After I removed all of the comb, I started scooping bees into the new hive. As soon as I put the bees by the new hive, they marched right in. Then a stream of bees began running out from under the floor into the new hive. So I waited and watched to see if I could spot the queen bee in the crowd. After about 15 minutes, she appeared, so I put her in a clip to keep her safe. Once the queen was in the new hive, some bees began sending signals to help the other bees find their way home. I left the hive overnight, and by the next day, the entire colony was in their new home, and it was another great day of saving the bees.
So I brought home a stray cat. I felt bad for her, but it was a trap. Kittens. They are destroying my apartment. They are worse than a child. I just want to sleep in peace. Get your dog ready for a walk and pretend to forget them.